Welcome to Secular Soup. Stay tuned for real talk about atheism, feminism, politics, parenting, and whatever the fuck else Amy and Amy want to talk about, because this is their show. And get ready for a whole lot of motherfucking profanity.
You want to hear a secret?
I won't tell anybody. Go ahead. If I sit next to you, I'm going to get gonorrhea. It's going to jump into me. Just two ladies hanging out.
Is it okay for me to make fun of his neck waddle if I make fun of my own neck waddle?
I'm not sure.
That's a real ethical conundrum.
Would you know if you were born a lizard person, or can you be like adopted into the...
I think you know.
We're such professionals.
We really are.
Buckle up, bitches. It's time to have some soup.
I'm Amy with a Y.
And I'm Amy with an I.
And we're just two blueberries floating in a bowl of tomato soup. Welcome to episode 25.
Yeah.
And Amy with an I has a hot topic for us tonight that I have zero experience with. So this is going to be the Amy with an I show.
Oh, no, please don't. That's
I can
terrible.
weigh in with my morality. I can be all judgy about it.
I've done zero.
Yeah. What's our topic tonight, Amy?
We're going to talk about the wonderful world of internet dating. What? Okay, because I've been on like all of the dating apps for like a little more than a week. So I'm basically a pro at this point.
You're an expert now.
Yeah, I'm basically a pro.
Yeah, and I got married before the advent of online dating.
Me too.
The internet was around, but just barely. So I have zero experience with it.
I got married in 1999.
Sounds like fun from your experience.
It's okay. It's fun in ways because you feel like the belle of the ball.
As you should be.
And then there's so many creepers out there, and just the assumption of what is that? Familiarity is kind of shocking. That people are like, "Hey, baby, get in my car," or "Hey, baby, let's go do this," or "Hey, baby, like tell me what size bra you wear," or like hello, my name is Tom. Like there's an order of things that are just skipped right over because they saw my picture and thought I was cute.
So you don't like the "your eyes are pretty, wanna fuck" line? I feel like that would work.
I said thank you to you, but it's a hard pass, Amy. I'm sorry.
Well, fine. I'm gonna keep trying.
You're like, but I
make a whole bunch of
you
fake
first, bitch.
I'm gonna make a bunch of fake Tinder accounts.
You do not have the drive behind that.
That's true.
You're going to take a nap instead.
Lazy.
I'm pretty sure I know that's what you're going to do.
There's a lot of effort that would go into that. So
I'm pretty sure you're still catfishing me. And I know I'm catfishing you. So this is...
You're really good at it, though.
It's a match made in heaven, basically. I'm catfishing everybody I've ever met in my entire life. Like, I'm actually a cat. I don't know how catfishing works.
I can't wait to meet Nev and Max from Neve and Max
knock on my
from
door
Catfish.
And I'm actually
it's going to be great. And you're actually like a 50-year-old man.
Yeah, who lives in his mom's
6
basement.
feet tall, and it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be so cool. I'm so excited.
It's going to be great content. I think we're going to get a lot more patrons from that.
Yeah,
so.
they're going to feel so sorry for you because you're going to be bawling. You're like, he broke my heart.
Probably. It'll be an ongoing drama.
Yeah, yeah. And people are going to be like, we thought she was a single mom. We felt sorry for him. Like, haha, bitches. I'm actually a mogul.
So
I don't know what any of the words
we all know that you've been going through a schmishmorshe. So
right?
that is what caused you to pick up this online dating habit you've now formed.
Correct.
What did you go straight to Tinder, or did you try like the OkCupid first?
No, I downloaded
all of them
the same day. I had a
Grindr.
A difficult.
Are you on Grindr?
I should be on Grindr. I would be like, want a beard, baby? Yeah. Call me mother.
Oh my God, gross.
Are you gagging? Are you throwing up in your
I am.
Okay. So I had a really rough night, and so I just downloaded Tinder, OkCupid, and Kick. I cannot figure out. I don't know how to use it. I don't know what's going on. I have one guy that's messaging me on there all the time. He wants no strings attached fuck buddy, and I'm not interested, so I haven't responded.
Is it like an app that's for people who are into kicking each other?
I think so. I'm
or
not
soccer fans. Maybe it's Maybe it's just for soccer parents.
I cannot figure it out. I downloaded it. And then I forgot I had downloaded it because I thought it had failed. And so people were like, are you on Kik? Are you on Kik? I'm like, I don't know. I don't think so. And then I went into my apps the other day and I was like, it actually did download. And so I added it to my thing. And then I realized that some rando has been texting me, hey, fuck buddy. No.
Nice.
So I was just playing the game and swiping right and left and right and left. And I was like, hey, people are actually liking me. And, I downloaded on like a Saturday and, I was, drinking a bottle of wine, just hanging out on my couch, just swiping. And it was fun. And I was like, it's a video game where people tell you you're pretty. It's not a big deal. It was pretty fun. So I'm just sitting there swiping. And then I was like, I got on Tinder first and I had a bunch of messages in my inbox and I kind of messaged a couple guys back and I was just like, no love matches. There was a couple of people that I had like, some kind of connections where I was like a smartass and they responded in smartassery. And I was like, okay, I like that. But then they immediately started asking, when can we get together, when I hook up or stuff like that. I'm like, okay, no.
Back off, bitch.
Right. So then I got on OkCupid and I started, the same thing. I was like, oh, it's similar. It's just a swiping. I got this. But there's more information on OkCupid. Like you can go more in depth. There's quizzes that you can take. And I started messaging this one guy and I was like, oh, okay, we really hit it off. Like we were like 99 point something match. It was like a 99 match. And, that means he answered his questions to the quizzes very similarly to me. He was an atheist, whatever. And so we started messaging and he was like, hey, you want to get drinks? And I was like, yeah, sure. That sounds fun. So we were supposed to go get drinks. We were an hour out from going to get drinks. And then he just disappeared. Like the match just went away. And this was like Monday or Tuesday because I just downloaded on Saturday and I was like, okay, this is stupid. I was like already burned out. And then
he wasted your time.
Yeah, he really
with no explanation.
Right. Like the only thing I can think of is he's in a relationship and someone found out that he was going on a date.
Yeah, dirty. And he was like, oh shit, I'll delete all that. Sorry.
Right.
My bad.
Because he just like disappeared and I was like, I mean, there was no like, hurt feelings or anything because I was just going to go get a drink with some dude.
But still, you had to like put clothes on and leave the house.
Do I have to put clothes on?
True. You have to, I think there's obscenity laws in Texas where you're not allowed to walk around topless.
Right.
So you at least need the pasties.
Oh, I always am wearing those because I'm a never nude, so I have pasties on all the time.
Perfect.
So yeah, that happened. That was like my first experience into like the underbelly, like the douchebaggery. And then I'd been messaging this other guy who was like, he was like, Google me. And he was like this Fortune 500 trainer guy. And he was cute and he lives in Oklahoma City, but he like is doing like a semester in Dallas or something. And so I was Googling him. I was reading up on him and he was like, hey, what are you doing? What's going on? Let's go get some drinks. And last week my mom was in town. I was like, I don't really want to go away. And he was like, oh, okay, fine then. And he just disappeared. I was like, okay. That's weird. So if you can't do it immediately, people lose interest. Okay, interesting.
Nobody has attention spans in this country anymore.
Right.
Goddamn millennials.
Right.
Back in my day, we could wait a week for a date.
Right? But then there was this other person that was we were just chatting. And he just moved here from somewhere back east. I think it was like Connecticut or something. And getting along, he was smartassery and stuff. And then he said, so what do you do? And I told him about my jobs and stuff. And I said, but I have my kids 50% of the time. He's like, you really should have that in your profile. Bye. Gone.
What?
Like, okay.
Dick.
Yeah, I was like,
bullet there.
Yeah, I was like, oh no.
Nice.
Oh, my heart's broken. Oh no. So it's very interesting. So I went a week. I was like, I'm kind of over it. Just messaging, or just ignoring people or whatever. And so this week I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start saying yes to whatever. So I set up a coffee date and drinks and, whatever for this, every night this week, basically.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just do all this stuff. And my mom was in town last week and she was like really concerned that I was going to be a whore because I'm just,
Has she met you?
Yes, but she's never seen Trump Baby.
I guess that's a good... So you're hiding him from your mom.
It's kind of hard to hide that.
He's kind of big.
Massive sex beast.
Except for his hands. You could hide those in a basket. Yeah.
So I kind of set up something for every day this week. And then I met a couple people, and one I really hit it off with, and the other one I was like, and then, because I was like, I need fodder for our podcast. I need this.
Yeah, we need content here. It's your job to go out and sleep with all these people so we can talk about it on air.
Hard pass. No,
I'm too tired.
I know you are from digging the hole. I know.
Yep, exactly.
So do you remember that from Friends?
No.
Oh, I'm always too tired from digging the hole because Joey dug the hole on the beach. The one where Monica gets peed on.
I don't like Friends that much.
Come on. Oh, wow. This friendship is over.
I mean, I kind of liked it when it was first on, but I can't rewatch it. It just doesn't age well.
I've seen all of them like a million times.
Nerd.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know you wouldn't recognize it, so that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
So yeah, I met like Saturday. I went out with someone, and then Sunday night I went out for drinks, and I was just like, you know what? This is stupid. And I just canceled all the rest of my dates the rest of the week. I'm like, and I'm tired now. Like I've done my foray.
Yeah.
I've done
You had an almost full week of online dating. That's enough. That's way too much for any woman to handle.
Yeah, exactly. And the people, like one guy, when I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't go out," he got upset at me. Like mad at me. He was like, if you don't like me, just tell me, okay? Like if you just don't like me. And then I was like, I'm real sorry. I accepted a second job today. My free time is basically zero. I'm tired. It's my week without the kids. I'm going to sleep. And he was like, I'm sorry I lost my temper with you, baby. I'm like, okay.
Oh my God.
This is never happening. Guess who's never going to be in the presence of Amy with an I?
Thanks, Ike Turner.
Yeah, that switch went
like
on.
That's a good relationship starter when you get mad before you've even met.
Yeah,
calm the fuck down.
And then the number of people that just send me their phone numbers was kind of shocking.
It just doesn't seem safe.
That just the number, like, I don't want to talk.
Nobody gets my phone number.
I don't want to talk. I don't even have your phone number.
I barely gave it to you. You're lucky. I'm going to change it tomorrow.
I don't blame you. I call you way too. I'm like, answer, bitch.
I know. I like to keep you hanging. Sometimes I just stare at it and go, meh.
It's okay. I do it.
I'm not going to bother.
That's
it's fine.
I don't care.
I'm just going to leave her wondering if this is still a thing or not.
I literally don't care. As long as we record, I don't care.
Yeah.
If you didn't answer, I would be like,
samesies.
Whatever. I mean, today I was like, because I call you when I'm driving, and so I can't use my hands.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I call you when I go into work,
today,
and I call you when I leave work.
I knew you were calling today when you were going into work, but I was actually on the phone on the other line with the child psychiatrist nurse because my kid had to go to the psychiatrist today, so I had to update. It was a whole thing. So
I get it.
I wasn't just staring at the phone going, fuck this bitch.
You thought it later. It's okay.
I thought it like 3 seconds later.
It's okay.
It was fine.
So yeah, then there was this one guy on Tinder that sent me his phone number, like initially, like, here's my phone number. I don't like talking on this app. We'll call him G. It's not even his initial. So
let's call him
he lives
Jeanette. Do that.
Sure, let's call him Jeanette.
No.
So he lives in a different state even. And I was like, I thought this was local. And he was like, I expanded my parameters to find that special lady, and I think you're her. I'm like, okay, bro. Okay. So he sent me his phone number like a week and a half, like right at the initial, like when I first, my initial foray into Tinder. And I just kind of ignored it. And he was like, have you found someone? Are you still interested? And I was like, I need content. I need fodder. So
yeah,
I was like, no, my mom's been in town. I've been really busy. I'll go ahead and text you. And so I got his phone number and I started texting him. Gold mine, Amy. Gold mine. I'm just going to read the text.
Wait, he's not going to get any of our money for this, is he? Because I'm not paying someone else for content. So
no, this is
good.
just my gift to me.
Read us Jeanette's tweets.
Okay, Jeanette.
Tweets? They're not tweets. They're texts. Right?
Well, first of all, he sent me pictures of himself.
Nude?
No.
Did you get a dick pic?
No. Not from him.
Okay.
I have gotten
All
them.
right. Well, yeah, but okay. No dick pics. Got it. Go.
Okay, I told him about my kids, and he said, okay, how many of them? And I told him. And he said, same here. And he was like, are you feeling sleepy? This was last night. And I'm like, yeah, I'm heading to bed in a few.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me 2 pictures. One was him laying in bed. He's wearing a shirt, though. And then one was like a full-length selfie in a mirror. He got weird. Like last night, it was fine. He was just kind of texting because I was like, come on, he's going to get weird. I know he's going to get weird. I knew he was going to get weird because he has that... he has that weirdness vibe. And I just knew that
always tell who the weirdos are.
Yeah. And so I was like, if I keep texting this guy, he's going to get weird. This was his question for me after sending selfies and then asking, he said, what do you have on your mind? And I was like, I don't know. I work a lot and I'm in school, just general anxiety, I guess. I don't know. And he was like, tell me about your health. What do you like and dislike? And he was like, I see. I work a lot too. That makes us on the same page. But unfortunately, I have my bachelor's degree, so I'm out of school. LOL. I might further in the future. No one knows. ... And I was like, I'm always on the go. I have 3 jobs. I'm finishing my 3rd degree. I'm a lax vegetarian. I prefer it, but in a pinch, if I need protein, I'll eat meat. It's not a moral stance, just a personal preference. That's me. And he's like, I feel you. That's good enough. I'm a picky eater of almost anything. Italian dishes seem to be my favorite. And then I answered, I like sushi. And he was like, oh, that's cute. Favorite coffee. Do you like water? I guess you're asleep now. Good night. And I was like, all at once. And he was like, I guess you fell asleep now. I was like, in the morning, I was like, I don't drink coffee, but I will go for a chai and I drink water nonstop. And then he just started, how was your night? And then he asked me how big my house is this morning at 8:59. How big is
you've been texting for all of one day? 2 days?
Yeah, one day.
Perfect.
How big is your
Makes
place?
Sense.
And I answered and I was like, how about yours? Because I want fodder.
Yeah.
And he was like 2,800. And he's like, you own your place? My other house is 2,400. And he was like, I drive a Benz C300. You? I'm like,
oh, Jesus.
I'm like minivan. I'm mom as fuck. And he was like, I
stop you right there, dude.
I know. I was like, douchebag.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I got to keep texting because Amy will yell at me.
Yeah, I need this. I need to see how this plays out.
I do too. Don't worry. It's happening.
Okay. Wait, does he at some point ask for your blood type?
It's probably
and if you have both of your kidneys.
This morning I was like, and block. No, fodder. Come on. Because I almost wanted to go off on him when he was like, well, how big is your house? I'm like, listen, asshole. Like that was my go-to was, dude, back the fuck off.
Yeah.
But he was like, what about your ex? And I'm like, I don't pay attention to what he's driving as long as he's driving away from me. Yeah. And he was like, okay, what company? And I'm like, excuse me? And he was like, I meant, what about you guys? What happened? Did he leave you? I'm like, no, I divorced him. And he was like, why, if you don't mind me asking? I'm like, because he hit me. And I put in quotes, only once, but that's the number of times you get. And he was like, wow, I'm sorry I hit you. He was like, I was married to my ex for about 15 years. I never hit her or touched her for her dramas. Oh yeah. And then he goes, you ended an 18-year relationship because of one hit. Is that how offended you can get?
Oh no.
Once again, almost blocked him.
Oh my God.
And I was like, no, dude, that was the tip of the iceberg. I'm not that petty and I'm not going to go into details for you. Yeah. And he's like, oh, okay, I see that. And he's like, I'm proud to tell you I didn't hit my woman nor treat her unkind. I just don't like being taken for granted for my commitment. I get committed well in love and I think it's a good thing, but my ex won't stop taking advantage of it. I don't like it when my women be bossy. I deserve some respect too, at least. And I was like, I'm going to stop you right there. That has to be mutual and earned. And he was like, you're right. I agree with you there. This is 9:25 this morning. This is like, we've been talking for maybe an hour, and not constantly. Wow. Just,
So does he want me to send him like a cookie tray for the fact that he didn't hit his wife?
I think so. I think he wants me to be
I could make a nice award, like a button he could wear that just says, I never hit my wife.
And how dare I end an 18-year marriage because I got hit only once?
You're so petty, Amy. You're such a drama queen.
Is that how just offended you get? Oh no, I'm sorry.
Always looking to be offended.
My ex said that to me once. I'm like, okay, how many times should I have let you hit me? Mm-hmm. Like, is there a number that's too many? Because guess what? It's one.
Wait, though, does this mean I don't get to hit you when I meet you?
I don't know. We haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, let's.
When you discover that I'm actually a Samoan man. Okay,
then we'll see if you can take a punch or not. Okay,
I can take a punch.
Perfect.
Okay, so I was like, that has to be mutual and earned. You're like, you're right. I agree. I do agree with you. So I decided to push him a little bit. I was like, would you be offended if your woman made more money than you? I'd sent that right as I was driving into work. I'm like,
yeah,
bomb dropped. Like, challenge extended.
Because this guy clearly has a hang up about money.
Oh, he is a massive tool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, not at all. Why would I be? That's challenging enough for me to strive harder. I usually get challenged in good news rather than hate. And I said, okay, same. And he's like, this is my favorite part ever. I laughed so hard here. I hope he's going to be a Patreon, personally.
Let's hope so. Maybe he's the new guy.
Ooh.
Maybe.
I hope so. Hey there, Jeanette.
Hey, Jeanette. What's up?
Are you realizing that I'm trying to read through your typos in all lowercase? Okay. I am kind of inspirational. Have been told several times. Good to know. That's like, I don't understand how
he's inspirational.
And I said, in what way? Please tell me how inspiring.
Tell me more.
Well, I was hoping there would be some kind of like bootstrap story or, I have some debilitating disease and I've raised above it.
Or he's been to heaven. And he knows heaven's for real, something.
This is what he said. I said, in what way? And this was his answer. Tell me, what do you do exactly? Do you make a huge amount of money that makes staying loyal to your man difficult? Next minute. That was the next minute. I don't see, here's his answer. I don't see thing the way people normally do. I see thing deep.
He see thing deep.
Yeah. You can trust me for an honest answer, Amy.
Yeah.
I want to know how old you are and your sign. I'm 41, Virgo, September 20th. I'm like, okay. All right, dude, what do you do? And he was like, I'm a petroleum engineer, mainly into oil and gas. And I said, I was like, I'm into blah, 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 blah. And I'm a Capricorn. And he was like, that makes sense. Send me a few pictures. No, I haven't sent any pictures. And then he sent me 2 selfies, and they're the exact same ones he already sent. And that's the extent of my exchange with Jeanette.
That guy is a catch. I think you need to get on that
him right now.
Because he's clearly a successful dude that has a lot to offer. He doesn't hit. He already told you that.
I was laughing so hard when I was reading that.
And he's inspirational. I mean,
he's been told that several times, but he can't explain how he's inspirational other than he think deep.
Oh my God.
And he doesn't think the way I can't even.
Yeah.
He sees thing deep. I can't even say it.
Explain something to all of our male listeners.
Okay. Please.
In general, I'm going to generalize wildly.
Oh, please do. No, wildly.
So, men, when you're trying to pick up chicks,
you need to, hey, guys, boobs.
Yeah.
All right. They have you have their attention.
Okay, boobs, guys, dude bros.
Boobs.
When you're trying to pick up a chick, you do not need to brag about your income or what kind of car you drive, because despite I can see why you might think I can see why you might think that we would find that impressive and go, oh, he drives a nice car. I like him, because we all know that chicks are only into money and power, that's all I right?
My panties fell right off. It immediately. Right. It was really, well, I was in the bathroom, but it was really.
But I'm just going to say, you can probably save that for like the 4th or 5th texts, because we really, when we hear you bragging about how much money you make, our douche alarm goes off. And we're just like, no.
And I almost blocked him like 6 times, but I was like, no, I need this. This is what I need this. And he's digging his own hole here, and I need him to just I'm handing him the show.
I mean, I'm glad you did, because that story was golden. But yeah, when guys are like, oh, here's how much money I make, to me that just says, hey, I'm shallow. Did you know I'm shallow? I'm really shallow.
What kind of car do you drive? Hey, babe, hey, do you own your own house? What kind of car do you drive?
That is just so creepy, stalker. Like, I don't know you. We're texting. You don't get to know anything about my house.
He's going to try to steal your identity, Amy. He's asking you really personal information.
I almost spit my tea out. Oh my God. Yeah, I feel like he's either going to stalk you or steal your identity or both. He's going to stalk you first and then he's going to steal your identity.
The amount of...
And probably murder you.
I already have... you already know this. My other folder on Facebook is ridiculous. And the amount of requests I have on Instagram and Facebook, we've talked about this, is ridiculous. It like tripled since I joined the groups. So people probably see me and then they go and find me on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. You need a pseudonym, bitch. Pseudonym's the way to go.
I know. I'm not good with words and names and...
You do what I do. It's just with an I. You don't even really have to worry how to spell it, you know? Not if they can't spell.
That's really true. So there was this one, like my first day on Tinder, there was this one guy who's like, he was like an older gentleman because I had my search parameters up to like 54, which is fine because that's reasonable because I'm 27.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's basically the same age. Mm-hmm. And he's a nice guy and he's an older guy, but he like has this familiarity that was really unnerving. And he friended me on Facebook and I made the mistake of accepting it.
Oh,
like the first day, it was my first, it was day one. It was day one on Tinder.
So you were still learning.
I'm calling it a day one on Tinder mistake. He blew up my inbox, blew it up with like,
oh shit,
gifts and flowers and, hey there. And he just wants to talk about music and all this stuff. And I'm in a band, baby. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh God.
I can't. I mean, I'm chatty and I'll talk to you and I'll text back and forth, but are you kidding me?
Like, did he forward you some prayer requests or something about how moms are the greatest? And if you have the greatest mom, you should forward it.
Incredibly excited to find out that I'm not religious and I live in the same area as him. And it's so hard finding a woman like you, baby. I'm like, okay. Well,
I mean, to be fair, it is. It's hard to find a woman like you.
Well, it's impossible because I'm ignoring your text. That's how hard it is. Guess what? I'm looking at my phone. I see you texting, Jeanette, and I'm ignoring you. And I'm not sending you a full-length selfie. When you send me the same two, like within 24 hours of each other.
That's just lazy. Come on. Take a new picture.
Means he's catfishing me. That's literally, I'm not stupid. I know that means that's not who it is.
That's either catfishing or he's texting so many people that he can't remember who he sent which pictures to. And those are just like, his two stock photos. And he can't remember that he sent them already, so he just sends them again.
Scroll up, bitch. It's 10 text.
Yeah, that's a long scroll, though. I don't blame him. I mean, I hate scrolling back up on text messages.
Okay. Yeah. I guess. I'm just saying it's a love match and we will invite you to our wedding. That's what I'm saying. I
want to be a bridesmaid.
I have to have bridesmaids.
At this creepy ass wedding.
I don't want to have bridesmaids. I want to get married by a tree. Like literally the tree officiates.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. You can buy those little faces that you put on trees.
Yes.
That would be cool.
And then someone stands behind and like moves the mouth. Like,
oh my God. You need to do that. Just do a fake wedding that we can record just for content.
Who should I marry?
You don't have to really get married. Whoever. You've got a Tinder account. Just pick one.
So I saw this meme the other day. It said, best date night idea ever. Invite all your Tinder matches to meet you at a bar at the same night. You're the fucking bachelorette. Have fun, bitch. I'm like,
Oh my God.
Kinda sounds fun.
Funny. I would enjoy that. I would enjoy watching that.
I would too, actually. It would be very much fun to be that person for just one day.
I feel like I wouldn't do well on like any of these apps because it would give me too much of an ego boost and then my head would get really big really fast.
You knew this. I had been just demolished. I had 2 days, like it was one day of the Shmishmorsay finalization stuff. And then the next day my heart got broken and I was just like, it was just boom, 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 like right, like just hit. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm on Tinder.
Yep. That should be a catchphrase. Fuck it, I'm on Tinder.
And we should put it
That's
on
your new tagline. Yes.
Fuck it, I'm on Tinder.
Put it on the bowls. Fuck it, I'm on Tinder.
Yeah, so that's why, that was like the
catalyst.
The catalyst or impetus or
impetus. I think that's a word. Yeah.
I think so.
I think they mean the same thing. I could Google it, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, you're lazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why I know you're not going to catfish me.
I'm staring at my picture in the video thing that I'm recording.
Oh, yeah, you're recording yourself because so we're going to tell you guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. We told the patrons, but we
told the patrons, but we haven't told you guys.
Yeah.
The regulars, the muggles.
The normals.
So basically, we're going to start recording ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to try to tap into that sweet, sweet YouTube market. And so we're going to have the audio and the video.
My 14-year-old tells me there's a lot of people on the YouTubes these days.
Okay, cool. And we're going to be two of them. I think so.
Yeah, we're going to.
So we're going to start recording that because we're cute as fuck. Let's be real.
We really are. I've been staring at myself this entire time you've been talking, and I am fucking adorable. I got a haircut today, and
probably
it's perfect. My eyebrows are on fleek. I remember that from last week.
Call back.
Huh?
Nice.
Right?
I just listened to that this morning.
Got the eyebrows waxed today. I'm just, I look adorable here. So people need to see this. They need to. It's delightful enough that we get to come into your ear holes. But when you can actually use your
now
eye holes
you can see
to
us
see
your
us,
eye holes.
It's going to be...
Someday you'll be able to use your nose holes because we smell amazing too. I'm wearing Britney Spears Circus today. What?
I am wearing Dove brand deodorant. Fresh scent.
I am wearing Dove too.
Dove is great.
It really
It's inexpensive. It gets the job done. It's not a lot of bells and whistles. Mm-hmm. I like it.
I like deodorant with bells and whistles though, because they make my pits look snazzy with the bells hanging down.
I like a nice glitter deodorant just to draw all the attention I can to my armpits.
It's like, look, ingrown hair right there. Mm-hmm. Look at that. I missed the spot.
I went to the doctor today. This has absolutely nothing to do with anything, but I went to the doctor this morning and I gained.
Is he single?
She has been happily married for quite some time.
Women can be doctors? Hold on.
Just the one. I think she got a special sort of... Okay,
because now you're telling me we can drive too?
No, I think she had to ask her dad for permission, and then her husband had to sign off on it.
Okay,
so that she could be a doctor lady, but we call her a lady doctor. So
my
lady doctor has like 3 children, so at least she had her quota of children. So she's a
legit.
real woman. She's legit. She still wifes and mothers and only works part-time as a doctor.
Okay, good. Because otherwise I would have lost my shit.
Yeah, no, but I went there and they weighed me and I gained 5 pounds in a month. I think
that's good.
That seems like that. I mean, I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to be gaining weight, but that seems like a lot of weight for not amount of. Do you think it's all the donuts? I've been eating a shit ton of Reese's peanut butter cups and donuts, so
I kind of hate you though.
I know. People are envious because I'm like required to put on weight.
I don't envy you enough to like trade places with you.
You don't want my terrible intestines?
I don't want your terrible intestines.
Fucking awesome. My stomach hurts right this second, but it's okay. I'm powering through.
I mean, you know how I eat. Like I eat like practically nothing. And when I have like a snack at work, it's like, fresh mozzarella and tomatoes and, whatever.
You would do better with this disease than I am doing because I just eat garbage food.
Super, super healthy all the time. And I get on the scale. I'm like, how did I gain 2 pounds? I'm like, oh, all the wine. Okay.
Yeah. Wine's not good. You just got to drink the tea.
It's not great.
Oh my God.
I just switched over to whiskey again because it's less fattening.
Also at the doctor this morning, I got myself a prescription for Chantix. So
what is that?
That is the medication that is supposed to help you stop smoking.
Nice.
We'll see how it works. My doctor informed me that my lady doctor, excuse me. She informed me.
Clarifying.
Yes.
Wait, does she do only lady bits or does she do?
She does all the bits. No, she's an internal med doctor, so she can handle all of your bits.
Does she have to have everything signed off by a guy?
Well, yeah. And I have to have my husband sign off before I go in. Does he have to be
present, right? Because
he doesn't have to be present as long as he has signed the form. And then she can email him with a, basic rundown of everything we talked about. So.
We're such assholes.
We're so good. I'm basically describing The Handmaid's Tale right now, season 2. So if you haven't watched, And
my brother always does that. I'm like, oh, I went to the doctor and he was like, oh yeah, what'd he say?
Oh God.
Every time.
No, I have the best doctor I seriously love her and I'm glad she's young.
My doctor's a lady too. I think she had the other form.
we're going to get old together because she's only like 3 years older than me.
But
so she can't
really
ever retire. That's true. I mean, in Crohn's disease years, I'm a mess.
Birthday since we've talked.
I'm over 40 now.
I know.
Oh God, I'm over. So I actually told my doctor this morning that now that I'm getting older and I'm 41, every time I get any kind of ache or pain, I assume it's cancer right away. Like, like my neck kind of hurt the other day, and I'm like, oh great, I have neck cancer now. Fantastic. Like, just everything's cancer. So I thought I really should just quit smoking, but I know I can't do it on my own. So she was like giddy. She was so excited. Oh my God, you made my day. I get to prescribe someone Chantix. She was so excited. And then she told me there's like these little, I'm going to start tomorrow morning. So, but she said there's these little like, not an e-cig, but kind of, it's like an inhaler thing that you put nicotine in, but you can get it by prescription. So you can get your insurance to pay for it. So I can be fake smoking on my insurance company's dime, and I'm going to totally take advantage of that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to start it tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. She warned me about the vivid nightmares, which I expected. So I'm just going to start recording all of my nightmares and reading them on the show for you. So yeah, no, Chantix is well known to cause nightmares.
Wow.
Oh yeah. For some people more than many people have quit taking it just because the nightmares are so terrible.
Jeez. Like pregnancy nightmares? Cause I had some really fucked up pregnancy nightmares.
Kind of like that. So I may wake up in the middle of the night screaming.
And sometimes they merge, and so you have
sex dreams are good, but yeah.
Well, I had some merge where it was like a sex dream that turned into a nightmare. That's
creepy. Oh God. Yeah. I had pregnancy dreams where I gave birth to a dog many, many times, more times than I should have. I had this weird anxiety about how my babies were going to be ugly and I couldn't love them.
Aww.
Stupidest thing on the world to think, but for some reason
we're going to be gorgeous because
I just had this. Well, I think it wasn't that I was worried they'd be ugly. It's that I was always terrified that I wouldn't bond with them and wouldn't love them because having kids wasn't ever really something I was gonna do. And so I was like, what if I'm just so? But that translated in my dreams into giving birth to a pug, like a pug dog, and looking at it and going, oh God. It's the world's ugliest baby. I can't raise this thing. What am I going to do? It turned out fine, though. I had the baby and he was cute, so. That story had nothing to do with anything. Anyway, I'm going to try to quit smoking. So I got to take care of this voice. I know, so I don't get the throat cancer. And yeah, I'll have crazy nightmares.
So we're recording this week 3 times this week. Because we recorded last night.
Goddamn right we are.
Patreon only episode, guys.
Conspiracy Chowders.
We're talking about lizard people. So we recorded last night, we're recording tonight, and we're recording tomorrow night because we're doing an interview.
On the Wayward Willis podcast.
And then we recorded last Friday, I believe.
Yep. Man Yells at News.
And so we record all the time. My job, I talk all day. I'm like, I'm going to lose my voice at some point and my entire life is going to be fucked.
Yep. Which is why we need more patrons so we can start making money at this. So then you can only talk on the podcast and then you can never leave the house and just save your voice, that golden sweet voice when we're recording.
My moneymaker.
Exactly. I'm going to start calling it my moneymaker.
I just massaged my throat all sensually when I said that. Like, my moneymaker.
See, if we had that on video now, that would be great.
And
just watching you massage.
I did put on makeup and change my clothes like I told you I was going to.
Oh my God. I'm wearing my bathrobe right now. It actually occurred to me, I'm like, shit, we're going to do video, but I'm always wearing my bathrobe. And then I went, fuck it, I'm going to keep wearing my bathrobe. I don't care.
I'm rocking some cleavage. So I'm like,
it's a nice bathrobe.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to do this thing.
Yeah, and I am all bundled up in my purple soft bathrobe. That's my favorite.
The girls are coming out to play. I don't know what that means.
I do think I might.
Of what I say.
I might bedazzle some of my bathrobes just to jazz it up a little bit.
Yeah, you should.
There's something for the audience there. I think I'm going to make myself, since I'm drinking tea the whole time we're doing this, I'm going to have to make a nice mug with like a dick on it, obviously.
I have my wine glasses that I'm drinking whiskey out of tonight.
Draw some dicks on those. It'll be better for video.
I really should. I need to.
It's not hard. Get a Sharpie. It's fine.
I have Sharpies everywhere.
Get a Sharpie, draw a dick.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
My table I hand painted my table. It's beautiful. It really is. It's a beautiful table. My daughter drew a picture last week of turtles with Sharpie on the table with nothing underneath it. So there is Sharpie on my table now. I Googled it. Oh my God. How to get Sharpie off.
There's no getting that shit off.
Actually, if you make a paste with baking soda and toothpaste, I just haven't yet.
But I don't think that's gonna work.
I don't think so either. I'm kind of scared. I'm gonna have to sand it down and repaint that one section.
Yep.
But I'm pissed because that table took me. It was in my garage for months because it took me a long time to strip it because I had oil-based paint on underneath, and then I painted it, and it's gorgeous. My table is gorgeous, and yeah, I'm pretty upset about that. And I didn't want to yell at her. I was just like, hey, when you're drawing pictures, remember how the rule is you put something underneath it? Like I have these placemats that are plastic from IKEA or a piece of cardboard or, a bunch of other paper.
Literally anything.
Please, please, please don't use Sharpie when you draw pictures and don't color on the table. Mommy worked really hard to make this and she just started crying. She was like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, honey, it's okay. It's okay. Just, it's not going to come off easily, if at all. And it makes me a little sad. That's all. I'm just like, it's inside. I was like shaking her. I'm like, what the fuck did you do?
Bitch, what were you doing?
in my head, I'm shaking an 8-year-old, but I'm just like,
My 8-year-old last week, I let him stay home from school on Friday because
pushover.
I really am. My husband usually takes him to school in the morning, but I did on Friday because I don't remember why anymore, but I did. For some reason, it was my
he was busy shooting up.
He must have been, yeah. So it was my turn to take him, so I got him up and things were going okay, but then it was time to get dressed and he was just like, I don't want to go to school, and just started in with the crying and the please don't make me. And then he refused to put his clothes on, just would not do it. Cried and cried and cried and sobbed and sobbed and sobbed and was just like, I can't, everything's so hard, I can't do it. Oh my God. And it finally, he would not put his clothes on. I couldn't get him to do it. And my husband was home. I think it was just that I was letting him sleep in for the day for because I'm a good wife, I guess.
Sure. Let's go with
but of course, my husband is rolling his eyes at me like it's just because it's you. And I'm like, this kid is legitimately upset. Like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, just fucking let him stay home then.
Because we're out Friday.
Next week. So we have another week yet. And it's been a rough end of the year, but he was I'm
pretty sure my oldest is failing his freshman year.
Oh God. Well,
I keep getting phone calls and emails from teachers that he's failing all of his classes. I'm like, dude. And he's like, I just did my final project. I did all these things. I'm like, yeah, literally the last week of school. It's too late. I've been telling you since August to apply yourself.
Yeah, that's why you gotta homeschool the older one like I do. But anyway, so the younger one, the point of this whole thing with the younger one is...
What's the pay scale for that?
$0 and a lot of headaches.
I have 2 jobs and I make just slightly more than $0.
Yeah.
So
it's a win-win. Anyway, so my 8-year-old, after he's done sobbing and crying and doing this whole thing, and I finally just had to go to work, and my husband stayed home for the day. I know what it was. He had a headache, and he woke up and was like, I can't do it. You got to get him up. So he stayed home sick, and I went to work. And on my way out the door, my 8-year-old's like, Mom. And I went and gave him a hug, and I told him, okay, you can stay home today, but you need to go Monday. This is just for today. And he's like, I know, and I need to clean the living room and I need to read. And I'm like, yep. And then he gives me this big hug and goes, I'm so sorry I made you angry, Mom.
Aww.
I'm so sorry.
You keep it one more day.
I'm like, oh, I just melted. And then I had to be like, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed in how this morning went. It'll be okay. And
those are the
down.
Moments that you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was so genuine. He was just like, I'm so sorry I made you angry. And I'm like, okay, now I feel like a bitch. And then Monday morning, he was fine. He went to school just fine Monday morning. Good. And yeah, everybody needs a mental health day once in a while.
I get it.
Yeah. He's gone all week this week.
Where my kids have been all of them, like everybody will wake up and they're like, oh, we don't feel good. Oh, and you know what? I'm like, I'm tired too. Let's all go back to bed. Yeah. And we do.
Let's all play hooky.
All go back to bed.
You need that once in a while. It's mental health days.
I mean, I can't do that from work.
No.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
So we talked about my
the work bitch.
Work drama. Yeah, work bitch. She wasn't in today, but yesterday she upped her game because all of the big bosses were out of the office. So it was just me and her and one other chick. And it was like, because out of a staff of 8, there were only 3 of us. And so it was her time to just like, her claws were out. And it was obvious to like the other lady in the office. She was IMing the other lady like shit about me all day. And the other lady was like looking at me like, this is super awkward because I like you and I'm not going to respond to any of this. And so I asked her a question about the system because I've told you before, my job is fucking hard.
Yeah.
So I asked her a question about the system and she was like, okay. So she comes over and she points at the screen. She's like, it's right there. You do this right there. You do this right there. And I was like, okay. Like that was my training on something that's super complicated. A fax from the automated system went to the wrong location. It went to like some city in Oklahoma. Not, I think it needed to go to like Houston or wherever. Yeah, it needed to go somewhere. We needed to go in Texas.
Yeah.
And
wait, Oklahoma's not Texas.
It's not.
I thought it was the same thing. Okay, go ahead.
Parts of Texas touch Oklahoma though. So I can see how you're confused.
That's creepy. Anyway, go ahead.
I know they're rubbing against it all the time. So yeah, I was like, no, I need to resend it. And she was like, fine. So she told me and I was like, I still don't understand, but I'm not going to ask her again. So I went over to the other lady. And so I asked for clarification. I said, if I do this and this and this, does that fix the problem? And she said, no, you can't do that because it's not from our department. You have to have the correct department do it. You need to call each location and like the one that it's supposed to, you need to give like a verbal, like all the information on the fax. And then you need to call the other location and cancel, do a verbal cancel on the fax. And I was like, okay. And so I'm doing that. And I hear click, 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 like she's just typing nonstop. And she was like, she's answering the question, but I don't think she understands the problem that you're having. And I was like, I'm really tired of being treated like I'm an idiot. And I just said that out loud. I said that.
Yeah.
And then today she was out of the office and everybody else was in the office. And everybody, as soon as I clocked in, everybody comes into my office because she's out, because she shares my little office.
Yeah.
They all come in and they were like, here's the game plan to get rid of her. And they just start telling me all these things I need to do.
Oh, nice.
Because everybody's done with her shit. And so they were like, pretend like you don't know any of this information, have a meeting with the big boss, and basically throw her under the bus.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, for someone who wasn't going after her job, I'm going after your job, bitch, because you're a bitch to me.
Nice.
I've done her job. I can do her job.
Throw that bitch. # throw that bitch under the bus.
So I'm about to have her job.
Yeah, she deserves it. She sounds like a giant bitch.
I don't even understand. I'm like, I don't understand why she doesn't like me because I don't respond to any of her bitchiness at all. I just sit there and take it. Because I've learned that it just doesn't prove anything. But I really, really want to tell her it does nothing for you to act like such a massive bitch all the time.
Yeah, I don't understand people who go out of their fucking way to not get along with other people. Like,
and I'm super friendly at work.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you're not this bitch on the podcast.
No. Well, no. This is a character I'm playing. I'm actually a nice person in my real life.
Right.
Mostly.
Except on Tinder.
Well, listen, obviously. Jeanette? I don't know your name.
Damn it, Jeanette.
I didn't even learn your name.
Yeah, sorry. No, like if you're in any setting at work, on podcasts, whatever, just fucking get along with people. It's harder when you don't. Like if you can get along with somebody, try to get along with them.
Even if you don't like the person. I'm not at work to make friends.
Just be cordial.
I'm at work to make money.
How hard is it to be cordial?
Yeah.
Just civil. Just be fucking civil. No. It makes everybody's life more bearable.
And everybody is tense when she's in the office. So she was out of the office today and everybody was pleasant. Wow. Everything was fine. I was super productive because I wasn't on edge all day. Mm-hmm. And I got all of my work done, and I didn't feel like she was looking at me. I was able to, I could be on my phone if I wanted to, because she like every time I'm on the phone, she turns around really fast.
Yeah.
But she's on her phone all day. So whatever.
Bitch.
She is a bitch. She really is. And she's 30 years old.
Oh, God. So she's
a
young baby bitch.
I'm like, listen, little girl. I'm 27, but I'm an old 27.
But you're a mature 27. Mature.
So like I'm like, I'm not going to get told I'm not going to get told off or like treated like an idiot by someone who is such a baby. Mm-hmm. And this other lady comes in the office. She was like, I get it. I'm 45. She did this shit to me for a long time.
Oh, God.
And they were giving me like,
how have they not killed her yet? Like, how is this not turned into Lord of the Flies? And she's just dead.
And I was afraid that I'm like, if I say something, because she has the big boss's ear. Mm-hmm. But the thing is she's already been called out for her bitchy behavior multiple times. Mm-hmm. And now it's a pattern of behavior. If I pretend like I don't know the history.
Yeah.
It's a pattern of behavior, and she's in trouble. Not
everybody's sick of that shit. Yeah.
Everybody's sick of that shit.
It makes everybody else's job miserable.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
I fucking hate people so much.
I do too.
So I want to, since we're getting close to an hour, I wanted to point out, you mentioned that we've been on other podcasts. We were on Man Yells at News last week.
Man Yells at News.
Which was fun and delightful, but unfortunately, Larry uses Zencaster to record, and so the syncing did not quite match up. So what you'll hear is Larry and I in sync and talking, but then Amy talking like 3 minutes ahead of us. So it's kind of funny to listen to, because it's almost like you're throwing out one-liners with zero relevance. You'll just be like, bitch, right. That's what I said, bitch. And like, what are you talking about? Because you're 3 minutes ahead of me.
I'm pretty sure I never swear.
Yeah. You sure you didn't?
I went back and listened to a podcast or an episode the other day, because it was one that I was like, some of the guys I like sent our podcast to, and I went back and listened to it
for your dates.
Yeah, I'm like, Patreon, bitch.
Obviously.
I was like, wait a second, I swear nonstop on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
In my real world, in my real life, I don't. But on the podcast, I'm like, the fucking, the fucking. I'm like, what?
That's how I am all the time.
I am not.
Which is why it's a good thing I work by myself.
In my head, though, I'm like, fuck you, bitch.
So, Man Yells at News. It's the episode with Todd and Glenn Allen, because those are new pseudonyms. I'm Todd.
We were given pseudonyms.
Todd
he gave
Gonzalez.
us a list of names to choose from.
I really liked Todd Gonzalez.
Yeah, Glenn Allen. Mixon. Who was Bonaz? That was Larry.
Larry was
Bonaz.
Oh God, what was it?
It was so funny.
It was something Mugnuts or something like that. I don't know.
Bonaz Mugnuts.
It was delightful.
It was so funny.
So it's still worth a listen. It's still funny, even though it's not synced up, because it's like listening to you.
I read an article from like 4 years ago or 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, it was from a year ago, but it was about how Bill O'Reilly is doing just fine over at Fox News. And I'm like, I thought he got fired. Didn't he get fired? And it turns out it was from a year ago. So
I just can't.
We are poorly prepared on every podcast.
I have literacy discrepancies.
Yeah. Where you just don't read things.
I just don't know how to read. I really wish I could read.
Maybe one of our listeners can reach out and teach you how to read and make a change in your life.
Tutelage. Take me under their wing and do a reading tutelage.
Mm-hmm. So tomorrow night we're recording.
It would be like Helen Keller with the water.
Oh God.
Sorry.
Everybody don't make fun of Helen Keller. She's a national treasure.
She is the trump card on every single game you play. If you have something with Helen Keller in it, she's going to win.
True story.
Okay.
So tomorrow night we will be on Wayward Willis podcast, which I hadn't even heard before, honestly.
It's a mother and son team.
It's a father and son team. Nice try though. But yes, it's a father and son team. I have not
listened to them. I only listen to one podcast, and it's us.
Well, that's as you should. I don't want you to be tainted by the outside world. But I did listen to some of their episodes, and it's a quality show. Like, I'm not sure why they want us on it. Well, no, I'm just wondering what they're like. They had the one I listened to, their guest
Are they going to try to steal us and murder us and put us in their basement?
I mean, probably, because they're dudes. But who's the guy?
Are they on Tinder? Because
I'm sure it sounds like it.
I'm on Tinder too.
The guy from Black Lives Matter with the blue vest, who's DeRay McKesson. They had DeRay McKesson on their show.
I love him. I saw him with Sarah Silverman. Yes,
he was on their show.
Him.
Like,
what?
Why do they want us? They can get DeRay McKesson.
No, dude, that puts us in the same league as him, which means he'll come on our show. I'll sexually harass him and I'll get blacklisted by the entire Black Lives Matter movement.
And we'll get free blue vests. It's going to be great.
No, I was so
impressed.
Cool. Like, he is awesome. So cool. I watched him on Sarah Silverman and I was like, I was so awesome. You know, he's a great guy.
He's a cool, they got him to be on their show. So
does that mean that he does podcasts? Because maybe
I think he's mainly on Twitter. So one of us is going to have to get on Twitter, but it's not it. No, God damn it. Not it. I hate Twitter.
I do too.
Twitter
I have an
sucks.
account though.
I have one too. I just hate it and never use it. We need one of you fine listeners
follow Eli Bosnick and sexually harass him. No, I don't. Well, I actually just follow him.
We need a listener to step up and just volunteer to be our Twitter liaison and just have our Twitter
account.
We
call them our twat?
Yes. For sure.
Our Twitter twat.
It's got to be someone we really trust, though, that can really bring our voice to the Twitter.
Hey, Rich.
Twitters. Hey, Rich. Get on that
duper number one Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Get on Twitter for us.
Somebody start us a Twitter account. Did you see the shameless plug I did on Facebook trying to get Tom's wife to get us on their show?
I absolutely did. You tagged me. She just liked such a
it.
Bitch. She was like,
I know, she just liked it. I went, you can't even laugh or love, or at least Rich loved it. Or no, Rich wowed it. I almost went, hey, Rich, what's up with the wow? Why is that funny? Come on. I'm a shameless self-promoter. Fuck off.
We talked shit about him the first 4 episodes. Yeah. Although Cogdis still sucks. Episode 25.
They do. Fuck sucks. You, Cogdis. Can't even let us on your show. Even after I go after your wife to try to get her to talk you into it.
Did they ever say thank you for the bowls?
Fuck no, they did not. And neither did Eli Bosnick. Still waiting for a thank you.
Assholes. All right.
Fuck all of you. Wrap this shit up. It's time to go.
I'm going to wrap it up. And that's all
wait.
Whoa, okay. Chill your shit.
Got about the patrons again, and I forgot last time, and I felt bad. So I just need to mention the patrons. Patreon. We have a new patron, and we have one that increased. So patrons, $1 level.
My boring sister. Yeah, she did.
Ms. Maddie Love, my fave, the By Any Means podcast, Rebecca, Jerry, Wendy, EncyclopediaDumbAmerica.com, and Jesse, who is our new patron. Jesse!
What's up?
Then we have $2 level, Nathan, Dr. Dylan, Kimberly, $4 level, Larry Yelling Man of Man Yells at News. Check that
Which is the podcast we were on last week, especially our episodes.
Yes. $5 level, Dwayne and Alan. $10 level, Rich, Alice at the Ask and Tell Project at askandtell.com. Mm-hmm. And Jenny, Amy's boring sister. So she is now at $10 a level. Thank you, Jenny. You're $10 a month better than my brother.
Don't worry, you're getting your dick.
And that bowl is on its way.
You know what you always say to women? Calm down. Calm down.
Quit being such a fucking drama queen.
Stop being so hysterical and calm down.
Yes, exactly.
Have you tried smiling?
Has she tried smiling? I don't know.
No, she hasn't.
She'll get a bowl faster. Okay. Our number one patron, $20 a month. Ashley, you are the bomb. We love you, Ashley. So those are our patrons. Now, if you want to get your name read on that list really fast and carelessly by me, you can go to patreon.com
and then go to patreon.com.
And Amy with an eye sleeps with all of the patrons. So you've got that coming your way. Take us out, Amy.
Hey, Jenny. Okay.
Gross.
That's all we've got for now. Thanks to all our fabulous listeners who put up with us droning on week after week. If you enjoy our delightful bitchcraft, please like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and send us all your monies on Patreon. You can find us on those platforms by using the Google machine. It's not hard. This week, your donations will go to, I don't know, dragon costumes.
That makes total sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Buying stuff in Twitter or Tinder, one of those. I don't care.
Twits.
Yeah, whatever.
If you want to tell the world how awful this episode was, join our Secret Soup Talk Facebook group. If you want to tell us to fuck off personally, you can send an email to secularsouppodcast@gmail.com. Please rate and review us on iTunes, Facebook, and wherever else you can review things like this. It will help us spread the soup gospel far and wide. And hey, tell your friends. As always, we'll leave you with the vocal stylings of Mr. Eli Bosnick.
Secular soup creed. Soup is the ultimate virtue. It's delicious, nutritious, patriarchy smashing, racism fighting, warm and fuzzy, human affirming, fun having, anti-theist, glitter throwing, tummy satisfying, pair of new shoes fulfilling, diversity seeking, happiness. Minestrone, beef and barley, chicken broth and split pea, gazpacho, tomato, clam chowder and potato, chicken noodle, beef noodle, egg drop and ramen cup, miso, gumbo, leek and pho. Grab a bowl and taste the magic. Slurp even this.